Hello and welcome to How to Do Google Ads for a Local Business for 2023. I'm Jonathan Acuna. I run a digital marketing agency called Global Builders Club. And in this full tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step not only how to set up a Google ad for, say, for example, a trust and estate planning attorney in this example, but also to how to set up the pixel on your website so that it fires conversions, sends that data right back to Google, and your ads get improved over time. I always see like tutorials and they're always missing the conversion part, and that part always goofed me up too. So I was like, yo, let's start from the beginning to the end, how I would bring on a new client to do Google Ads for them. So let's start off. I'm logged in. You have a Google Ads account. I'm not going to go through the basics, but let's say you have an ad account. You already have your credit card or debit card already set up in this account. You're ready to go. First thing you're going to do is we need keywords. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to do keyword research as our first step. So let's go to tools. Everything's going to be under tools. And then over here, planning. If you're looking for keywords, you're going to do performance planner. And then once you have the keywords and you want to see like the trend over time or have it referenced, then you'll go to keyword planner. But let's go with planner performance because, actually, no, sorry. Let's go here. Keyword planner is where you want to go. Here we go. Now, these are two options you want to do. Discover new keywords, which will give you brand new keywords around that area or that niche that you're looking for. And then we'll throw it into search volume forecast so we can see it in a report basically. But let's get started. So let's say I'm going to just start with trust and will as my keywords. So let's say I'm like, I don't know what keywords to search for. Let's start here. So again, we're just going to start with keywords. I'm going to do trust and will, press enter, and that's see how it turns it blue. So it kind of saves it. I'm going to show you the two ways to get different keywords. So this is way number one. I'm also going to put estate planning, press enter, and then trust will, and then estate planning attorney, enter. Cool. You can only enter so many words here, but then click get results. And then Google is going to give you a nice little report. And the first thing you want to do, what I like doing is clicking average monthly searches right here. So that it sorts from the top, meaning this is the most searches a month for this keyword, and then it goes down to the lowest, so the one most searched. And what basically, let's look at this report in columns to see how do we read this report. So on the left hand side, we have keywords that not only I entered, but this is where keyword planners could be like, hey, there's other keywords that are just like that. Here are they. And so that's the keyword column right there. So you get a bunch of keywords. So you get keyword ideas, the keywords you provided, ideas, what you provided, and keyword ideas. So you get all these extra ideas of additional keywords. We're sorting by average monthly searches. So this is every month in the US, but let's say you're a trust and estate planning attorney in Los Angeles, say for example. Let's narrow down these search results by clicking that little pencil icon. So all we did was scroll up to our report, click on where it says US, click on the pencil icon, and let's click the X next to US, and let's type in, I know, Los Angeles County. You could do cities or states or zips. I want county. Boom. Let's also do Orange County. And let's say Riverside County. So this is, you could do, yeah, that's going to be the best. So let's say, show me the search results. That's based in this area. So now that I got my searches, I'm going to do save. So now it's going to take those same keywords and now it's going to adjust the average monthly searches based on that geographic location. So remember, power of attorney was like 90,000. Now it's 5,000 searches every month in Los Angeles County, Orange County, Riverside County for power of attorneys. And then we can see competition, low, medium, high. Now, how expensive is this keyword? On the top of the page, depending on how popular, meaning I would say popular bid time for like how competitive the keyword is, say like at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock is the most competitive time everyone's typing in that word into Google versus 1 a.m. where there's not that much competition. There's not going to be that many people bidding at that hour. So it could fluctuate to be on the top of the page, either 90 cents for a click or $5.13 for a click. So it could fluctuate. And then that's pretty much there. You can see the growth. If it's growing, 3-month change, is this keyword growing or is it actually declining year over year? But we can see this word. Which one's this one down here? Let's take a look. What is that keyword? There we go. Oh, estate planning attorney. That's interesting. So that you can see the huge spike. Hover your mouse over it, and you can see the search traffic for that one keyword. So let's grab some keywords here. Let's select some that we want to target. I'm going to just go down and select power of attorney, estate planning lawyers, trust and will and trust, estate planning, durable power of attorney, trust lawyers near me, definitely. And you can see, look, 1,600 people in these 3 major counties in Southern California are searching for trust lawyers near me. And the cost per click can be anywhere from $5 to $28 for the most competitiveness. But we're just going to select the ones that are relevant here. I'm just going to say, yeah, let's say that's good enough right there. So once you select the keywords that you're looking for, at least that gives you roughly what you're looking for, let's add these keywords to create a plan. So let's click on that. Google's going to create a nice little report, add those, and then you can see this last column over here that says account status. It is saved in your account so that you can monitor it as you adjust your campaigns over time. But so that is just, if you click up here to the very top, so that is just to get some keywords. But what if I don't know what keywords to target? What if, so the next way I'm going to show you is actually, instead of starting with keywords and then Google's going to show you some keyword ideas, the second way to get keywords is to click right here and do start with the website. So I'm going to just Google trust attorney LA, Los Angeles. I'm going to look down and see how some of these are sponsored. I'm going to look for ones that aren't just like generic, but like is specific to, say, trust. And I'm going to say, let's say this one, for example, it's a business specifically related to trust. Here's 1, here's 2. So I'm going to take this URL, all the www.com, copy that, go back to our, remember, how did we get here? We went to tools, performance planner, keyword planner, and then discover new keywords. And we're in the second tab where it says start with the website. That's how we got here. So we're going to pop in that URL and say Google. You can say search the entire site. And we're like, nah, just look for this. The keywords are relevant to this landing page right here. Get results. And now we'll be able to see, okay, I'm going to take some of these keywords that this website is SEO or ranking for. Oh, remember, I want to sort by average monthly searches, so that sorts it with the most popular ones at the very top. There we go. Yep, that's right. So I want, nope, yep, yep. Let's just say these, add keywords. Cool, adds it to our keyword plan, and then you can repeat that for another website. But let's say I have those keywords, that's good enough for me. So now I'm going to go to saved keywords. Actually, what I like to do is, let's go tools, keyword planner, and then down right here you can have your reports that you just created. So I'm going to click on this one. There we go. And then I'm going to sort. So now we've got our keywords for our campaign, and they could fluctuate anywhere from $3 on the low end to top of page. I would bid somewhere in the average, somewhere in the middle, just to be competitive. But now that we have keywords, we're like, great, we know which keywords we're going to go after. The next thing, well, let's name this. Let's do trust and estate keywords. That way you can always find it, and a couple weeks later you can look back at this report. So I'm going to leave this tab open a new tab. Cool. And so now I'm going to go to create a campaign now. So now we have our keywords, we have them saved right here from our keyword plan, our keyword report. And now we're going to actually now do step 2, which is actually build a campaign. So let's do campaign, and then step 3 we'll do conversions, and then we're done. So in all campaigns, you want to be in the advanced view, go to overview or go to campaigns, and you just click the plus symbol right here, create a campaign, create a new campaign. What is the goal? Most likely you're either going to do website traffic, or actually you're going to do leads or sales. I like to do leads, just super simple. It's going to say, hey, do you know a conversion goal? We're going to set up our conversion goal after, but we'll click continue for right now. And then we'll do, mostly you're just going to do search, but there is other ways that you could do display ads, which is like third-party services. But look, you just need search. You're going to do website visits, and the URL, I want this page as the URL. So I'm just going to pop that in there. And then we're going to name this. I like naming this the date, December 5th, keyword trust and estate attorney. And then you could do location, LA, OC, SD. Yeah, let's do that. So then I'm going to click continue. We're going to start a new one. Cool. We're going to go through there. Nice little create new campaign. So we're going to focus. We're going to do conversions right now, but we're going to change this just because right now. So whenever Google recommends a suggestion of a tip, hey, you should probably do this, or what we're going through right now is this little like create a campaign kind of like builder kind of thing. It's hiding menu choices from us. Know that because Google just wants you to spend as much money as possible. That's its goal. So there is an option here that is not here. And you're like, what? Mystery option? Kind of like the mystery menu at In-N-Out. Yeah, there's manual cost per clicks, which we want to control the clicks for what we want to do. I don't want Google to go crazy and start bidding on clicks for I want to control that. So we're just going to choose conversions for right now, uncheck this, and just click next. Doesn't matter because once we save it, we're going to make that additional change when we unlock extra menus. We're always trying to unlock extra menus. They're hidden menus. So next option is going to say, hey, where do you want this campaign? We already chose the search, so you don't need those two. Those are just the extra two places that if you want to run on other places outside of google.com, you would select both those two. But right now we're just not, because it's what actually is when we first did the first campaign, we selected search first. So it seems a little misleading that you're like, why do I think I need to select something there? No, you don't. Let's go to locations. Locations next. We're going to be very specific. We're going to do enter location right here. We're advanced, so we're going to go to advanced. Remember, we always want the advanced menu. And then it says, hey, you could do a location, an address, or a radius. Highly recommend do the location. Gives you zip codes so that you can refine your ads, because some ads in some locations are cheaper than others. Not all clicks are the same. So I'm going to do Los Angeles. So remember, for this example, I'm doing a Google ad campaign for a trust and will estate planning attorney, basically. So and they're located in Los Angeles. So I'm going to do Los Angeles County. Boom, look at that. Gets that, adds it down here. Perfect. I'm going to do Orange County. Oops, that's not it. Orange County. Bloop, that's right. Let's say Riverside County. Target. Cool. And San Bernardino County. Oops. Okay, a little trigger happy here. San Bernardino. Nope. San Bernardino County. Cool. So Los Angeles pretty much gets that. And then some. That's good enough. I'm going to click save. Cool. So we got our locations. Pro tip, we're going to go down, unlock the location options, because see how Google's always trying to hide menus from you so that you pay more in ads, but we're advanced, so we're going to unlock those hidden features. And here it's given an option, target. Do you want presence or interest? Meaning, yeah, I was thinking about traveling to like Los Angeles and I was planning a trip there and I went there for vacation, but I don't actually live there. We don't want that. We actually want the second option, presence. So these are people that actively live or they visit regularly in this geographical location that we're targeting, which is these guys right here. So that's locations. That looks good. Language, yep, English. You can also do all languages, doesn't matter. Mostly you just want English. Audience segments. This is really cool because this is going to be later. You'll be able to refine the ads based on think of like Google, think of like Facebook ads. You know, you could target like their marital status, their education, their affinity towards or interest towards a hobby interest or something like that. So we're gonna do, and Google's like, hey, I don't know what type of people are going to come through, so we're going to put it in observation mode, and then later on we'll switch it to targeting. So observation mode, and I don't know, we're just going to go to browse. I'm going to do detailed and see all these categories: marital status, education, employment. I'm just going to, actually, I don't care if they're parents. Marital status, I care. Cool. Then I'm just going to select, ideally, you would take the time and be like, is this relevant to your niche? Then it'll give you most, but really right now, I just want more data. That's really all you're trying to do, especially for the first 30 days of your campaign, is really just gather data. I'm making my best educated guess as far as what people in what area are going to be interested in trust and wills. And then over time, we'll get more data as far as keywords and affinities that we could refine, and location that we could refine our ads. So we're not going to hit it 100% out of the gate, but we're going to get really close. And then we refine it month over month. So I just selected a bunch of them. You see they're all selected here. Employment, are they what industry, work for an employer, homeowner, rent owner. But these are just affinities or interest about a segment, audience segment, that later we'll use that information to refine. Broad match keywords. So broad means let Google be very, very generous with what it thinks is related to your keywords. So if you put running shoes as your keyword, and then broad match would be like tennis shoes and regular shoes, it would be very broad and flexible as far as what keywords get triggered. Okay, so Google Ads keywords get triggered in two different ways. We'll get to that point eventually, but yeah, so what they type into Google is different than what could trigger your keyword. So we're just saying right here, Google, no, I'm going to tell you exactly what to put in. Don't be broad. And then Google could create headlines and copy for you, but you're like, no, I'm going to write my own copy. So we'll just click off. So basically we're saying, I'm going to choose the keywords, Google, and I'm going to write the copy for it. Don't add more stuff. Here, add rotation. If you want Google to do just rotated, that's basically what you want. Start and end date. You could do an end date. I don't know. We'll just do an end date there. There we go. Simple. Do you want to run all day or only specific times of the day? Like, let's say Mondays. This is in military time. So like from 6 a.m. to whatever 1100 in military time ends. It's not, I don't think it's not 11 p.m. Yeah, it's in military time. So you see how it's 1900. So like 6 a.m. to 1900. And then you can add Tuesday. So that's something that you could do if you want your ads to run at specific times of the day that you want. Say you have someone there to respond to the ad or the lead. You can ignore those two for right now, and we're going to click next. Cool. Where are we? We did our campaign settings. Next, we're going to do the keywords. And Google's like, hey, you could give us your website and we could suggest keywords, but we're like, no, we did our. See how it reads all the keywords? It's just a thank you page, basically. So that's why it's saying thank you. It's pulling keywords from the actual page. But no, Google, we did our keyword research. So look how organized and prepared we are. Look at that. So we want these keywords, but here's something that we want to do. There are 3 different ways to enter a keyword in Google. Let's go through each one because each one has significant impacts on how expensive or the keywords are. So these are the 3 different ways that you can enter a keyword in here to tell Google, I want you to find, or I want you to trigger when someone types this specific keyword or something related, basically. So our first one, I think it's broad. Oops. Broad match, phrase match, broad match, and then exact match. Cool. Broad match says, hey, actually let's do Google keywords broad phrase exact. Let's do that. So that way you can see like a visual of it, which will make much more sense. So we can actually see an example right here. Cool. Keywords, broad match. If it's like running shoes, then it could appear, or it could appear for searches that are related to your keyword, like tennis shoes for men, socks for running. What they type is different than what triggers. This is the keyword and this is the search term, what the user actually enters into Google that triggers your keyword, that triggers your ad. So broad match, you could do no quotes, no little brackets, and Google's going to be like, yeah, socks for running, that's related to running shoes, trigger your ad. This is good for if you don't know, if you have some money to spend and you don't know what keywords are people searching for your niche product or service, then you would use broad match to gather data and then refine it over time. But next, more related would be a phrase match, simply adding quotes to it. And this is going to trigger for searches that include the meaning of your keyword. So if you type running shoes as your phrase match, it could trigger for men's running shoes or best shoes for running. That's really good. And then exact match. This is what I like doing once you do, if you really do your keyword research and your homework, this is going to be the most effective, I find, and most as far as like not killing your budget. But if you don't have a lot of money to burn, then I go with exact match, adding brackets, and then that's going to say searches that are the same meaning as your keyword. Running shoes, or sneakers. See how exact that is? But see how Google's still a little flexible with kind of what it searches for? So those are the 3 different ways that you could type any of the keywords. But for ours, we're going to do exact match for all of them, basically. So I'm going to go to my report. You could probably do advanced here with ChatGPT, but yeah, just type it. I'm just going to put a couple of them for the example, but you would put as many keywords. Now, next, so here's something that you may want to think about how you're organizing these two. Themes and groups, or groups, there and there. So I'm seeing the words estate planning, and then I'm also seeing trust and will. I would technically build 2 different ad groups, one for estate planning and the other for keywords that are more trust and will, like trust attorney near me. That's how I would group the keywords into 2 different ad groups. So I would run one with just the keywords estate lawyer, estate planning, because my ad is going to be very specific and have these keywords. The more it's related, the more Google's going to reward you, get better, higher conversions. Things are great. But if you have a Google ad that says estate planning and then someone types in trust and will, probably going to have a lower conversion. So that's why I want to separate these into themes where like these are related and these are related, and then put them in 2 different ad groups so that I could put 2 different ads that have only these keywords so that they have a more highly likelier chance of triggering or converting. But for right now, I'm just going to put both of these in the same, but know that actually I'll take these 2, put them in another campaign so we can actually just see how that works too. Cool, good enough. Got our keywords, exact match with brackets, done. Now we're finally at the fun part. We get to build the campaign. So first thing it's going to say is for the ad, what's the final URL that people are going to go to? I'm going to just say this is the final, or actually, let's say for example, this is a very simple funnel. This is a landing page. The only thing you could do on this landing page is fill out the form. And then when you fill out the form, you go to a separate page for a thank you page. The reason why 2 separate pages is because you could put code on the thank you page that would trigger that when a user gets to this page, sends a signal back to Google saying someone made it to the thank you page, they filled out the form, that was a conversion, so that you can track which keywords are not just bringing you clicks, because impressions and clicks are nice, you want conversions. That's your main metric. So that's why this final URL was the URL of your landing page. I'm going to say it's this one, for example. I don't want to build a landing page for trust attorneys right now. So, and then it's going to say, hey, do you want to customize that display path? See right here, this is basically the display path. It's going to change as you do it. Yeah, these are the keywords. Usually it's actually has more estate, and then maybe, but you only have 15 characters. So I'm just going to do trust and will. So see, so that you can see trust. See how it goes, trust and will right there. There we go. So that's that. But this doesn't technically exist because when the user clicks on the ad, it's actually just going to send them to this final URL. So this is just for aesthetics. Then we're going to go down to our headlines. I'm going to just, super simple. You could Google, find trust attorneys, go for the sponsored ad, and then take apart their ads. Save time, complete trust package, say for example, copy that. But then you could, I mean, you could use ChatGPT any ways that you want, but trust and will attorney. Now I'll spend more time like creating the actual copy, feeding it with ChatGPT, doing a lot more research as far as like what are other ads looking like, and I would just do a lot more research around that. Say trust and planning. Cool. But just something, and then if you click in it and then watch the ad will change. And let's actually go through positions. So on the headlines, a headline can be in one of three positions. If you click this little pin icon, you have a couple options here. See the three options? First option, second position, third position. So you can say, hey, only show it in the first position because trust and package, or trust and, technically it would be trust and will. Attorney would probably be the first position. Or you could just leave it blank, which Google is going to play around with different combinations. But if you're like, no, 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 I want this to start with, sure, you could pin the position that's the first one, or have it go second, which is like, see how it's going in the second. So you have first position, second position, and then a third one to play with. But I'm just going to let Google do it and then look at some data to make choices on which ones won in what position. Then descriptions, same thing. I would do research as far as like what I'm going to say specifically, but for this example and for the sake of time, I'm just going to write copy, because that's technically what you're going to hire an expert to do, is know your business, understand what you do, and write custom copy everywhere on your social online presence. So I'm just going to put a couple descriptions here. You can always add more or add more here, but then you can see your ads start to build out. Nice, really cool, huh? Let's move on down. Other things that we want to add. Then we're going to go business name. What is your business name? You would add LA attorney or whatever. Oh, anyway. Okay. And you would just add basically whatever your business is. So it adds it right there in that location. And then you would click apply. I'm not going to click apply. And then you would add your business logo. Pro tip, you could just go to Canva and create a logo. I'm just going to create one. And when you click on it, this is going to be blank, but you're going to go to upload right here. It's always tricks me out, like they hide it. And upload, click upload from your computer, and then there's your image, save. But then you'll see that image put right there. Cool. So we're kind of building out all the elements of our Google ad. I'm just going to, I don't want to save, but fine, save. Going down, Sitelinks. This is advanced, and this is where you really want to work with your developer or use a really good landing page tool. So Sitelinks. Let's go to create. So we're going to click on Sitelinks, click create. And what is a site link? Let's take a look at a example. Who's got Sitelinks? Who has some Sitelinks? I'm just going to go to another keyword. See these right here, this right here, and this right here? These are site links. You want to add them to your Google ad because it gives you more digital real estate. So that's what these site links are. How do you create a site link? Super simple. Start with your landing page. And let's say I'm going to go to, oh, I got to actually open that in my, let's see if I can actually, I actually got to open it. Well, yeah, I'll just open a landing page. So here, so every landing page tool is different. I'm just going to show you lead pages because I love building new lead pages just because it's fast and simple, no bias, no affiliate link. In lead pages, in settings, actually for these sections right here. So let's say here, testimonials. So you would go 3 little dots, and each section you actually want to give a name to that section. So I'm gonna go over to my section layout here. I'm gonna add the word testimonials. And then if you add testimonials, cool, to get to that section of the page after you save it, update, and then when you go to the view the page, now that that section basically has that tag in your URL right here, at the very end of the .com, add a pound symbol, and then that name of that section right there. So whatever.com, pound that, and then when you press enter, I'm going to copy it. It's going to see how it goes specifically to that page on the landing page. So the site links take that user to a specific section that's named. The section right here is named testimonials because we named it right here. You can see how it's named testimonials for that section. And then when you add a pound symbol to the URL after the slash pound and then whatever the name of the section, this is just for lead pages, then it'll take you to that section there. So then I could go to the site link and I could say testimonials as the name, give it a description, check out our 5-star reviews, give another description, become the next success story. Yeah, you would just spend more time, write more copy, write better copy. Final URL right here, I'm going to paste it and check out that URL. So here I can zoom in a lot more. So whatever your regular URL, blah, blah, blah.com, blah, 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 / landing page. So this is your landing page. Then you add the pound symbol and then the name of that section, and that will take this click to that specific page on that landing page. So that's a site link. So we just added a name, 2 descriptions, and that link. And you would click here and add your other ones. I'm just going to do one. Let's see, I'm going to go down to create. So that saves it. And then you'll have ones that you create over here, and then the one that's active for this campaign will be down here. I'm just going to select another one just to have 2 for this example, and then I'll click save. Cool, we're building down now. We've did our site links. Callouts, definitely use them. So what is a callout? At the very bottom of the ad right here and here. Here we go. So let's create, let's actually create some new callouts. So click the plus symbol. I'll be like, open 5 days a week, whatever. But okay, so what do you want to put here? Things that are related to your service, basically, that you're calling out. So since we're doing trust and planning, so trust and will, you could do estate planning attorney, or things that are just, see how it adds them after your descriptions. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. They don't actually click anywhere. They're just added at the very bottom. So I'm just going to, yeah, that's good enough. Click save. And then you can toggle by checking them to add them, or they get saved in your asset library. I'm just going to do 24/7 support. Sure. See how it adds them at the very end? Great. So I'm going to click apply. Nice. Any more asset types? Let's add calls. New call number. Add your phone number here, and then you want to choose calls from ads so that if they, you'll see the phone number right here. Da 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 da. And then see how it adds the call to there. That's going to be perfect. Hold on. And then, cool. But you would add your call number there. Forms, definitely probably add a form. That would be great. Forms are kind of like little landing pages right here. So name, phone number, and email. Let's click a new form. Great. Give it a headline. Give it your business name. Give it a description. You can add a bunch of stuff, but you can see how those are matching or how it builds out. Then you can add keywords. I want their name, I want their phone number, I want their email, name, phone number, and email. Great. Whatever you click it in is the order too. Sometimes uncheck them all if the order is not in the right order that you want. And then what else we have? Let's go down. Thank you page. Thank you. Thank you. We will contact you shortly. There's also a privacy statement. Yep, privacy URL. I'm just going to put this /privacy, say for example. So we're just filling out that URL with your terms and privacy stuff. Where are we? Thank you. Cool. They could visit the website. There's your .com website. So links after. And then call to action. Let's say they want to get started and contact us today. So this right here is like the button. Let's see if we can see a demo from the ad. Here we go. So yeah, it says get started. That's the button, and then there's the text for what you would, whatever you want it to say. And then when they click on the ad, then you can see how these match here. Trust attorneys, description, fields. Then they can submit. Great. You'll click save. You can Zapier too. You would create a Zapier account, and then once they fill out the form, Zapier will add that to your CRM. So that's why that's going to be the easiest. And that's pretty much everything here that you need to get started. You can also add an image for your business. Use Canva. You would just click here, upload, and add your image. Cool. Let's now click done. So that's everything, building an ad for these keywords. Making progress. Click next. Daily budget. So this is pretty much set whatever you're comfortable there. So the way Google's budget works is that take whatever your monthly ad budget and divide it by 30.4. That's going to be the roughly daily ad budget. And FYI, it won't spend exactly that. Some days it'll be less. Some days it may be double that. But it won't go more than that, more than the total monthly ad budget, which is your daily budget times 30.4. So just a little something to add. I'm just going to do a 30-day ad budget. It says something simple. Ignore the estimations or what it says. Just, again, Google's goal is trying to get you more to spend more money with Google. We're going to click next. And we finally get to review, confirm it's you. I'm going to confirm. So Google now is going to verify everything. Great. While it verifies, we're going to do step 2, which is add the conversion pixel. That's going to be the next thing. Well, actually, we also need to add Manual CPC too, because we need to unlock the advanced settings. So I'm going to let Google do that. It's going to save, but we're going to use this tab to do our pixel. So now that we're in Google settings, we want a pixel so that here's our landing page. They visit, they fill out the form. When they get to this page right here, I want code on this page to trigger the conversion, and I'm lazy and I don't want to use Google tags, so this is going to be the easiest way just to copy paste code. So to tools and settings, then going to conversions. We are going to create a new goal right here, new conversion action. What do you want? I want it to be a website. You can also trigger phone call conversions. I want a website. What's your website domain? I'm going to put the thank you page here. Click scan. It's going to scan it and say, hey, there's no conversion action. Great. We want to add one manually. Awesome. Let's go through these settings. So what happens? What do you want to categorize this as? This is a lead category. See how you have sale categories, you have lead categories, and then you have other categories. This is a lead category, and they submitted the lead form. Perfect. Give it a name. I'm going to say trust attorney conversion. Yeah, trust attorney conversion. I'm just going to do that. Value, we're going to just say same value, just $1. You could get fancy with it, but starting simple. Count, do it on 1. So this is for leads and signups. Every would be different. I think it's like for purchases. And then click through window. Yeah, 30 days is good. Data attribution, just like Google's. Data driven model looks good, looks good. Enhanced CPC, I'm going to turn this off. Just to turn it off, you could test it with on and off. Everything in Google is testing, but that's just enough that I need right there. I'm going to click done. I'm going to click save and continue. And now we're going to get that hidden menu so that we can add the code. I'm just going to click done from here. There is our new trust attorney conversion, but then you can see, hey, it's inactive. So we want to activate it. So we're going to click in on it. Go down to tag setup right here. That's what we want. Install the tag yourself. That's what we want. You're looking for 2 codes. See, one right here, Google tag, code number 1, and then down the event, code number 2. We're going to add these 2 codes to your landing pages. And we chose lead pages, so it makes it very easy to go to settings, analytics. In the header section of the code right here, we're going to just paste. Let's start with the base one. Copy, paste. So there's code number 1. We'll go down, copy this. You could use Google Tag Manager, but that's just one extra thing. So now we have code number 2. We're going to click save, close it, update our page. Then we're going to view our page. Make sure if you have any, like I use Malwarebytes, but if you have anything that's like blocking cookies or anything, be sure to turn it off. That blocks any cookies or malwares or anything like that, because we want code to execute. So I'm going to view page, get this URL, great code. So we added the code to the header, saved it. Now we need to test. So got the code. We're going to click back. Nice. And then we're going to go troubleshoot. Click continue. Paste your the landing page right here. Click connect. It's going to open that page. If you don't see that box pop up, you have some pop-up blocker or some Malwarebyte blocker or something like that. Disable that so that you want to make sure you see this pop up. That's a good thing, good sign there. Great. Now if we go over to the Google tag, in our Google tag, it says 1 Google tag found. We look down here, there's our trust attorney conversion. That is exactly what we want. So you can see it did fire here. So sometimes in troubleshooting, added troubleshoot it too. Also make sure the page was saved. Also fire the page on like 2 different browsers, even like incognito mode, just to fire the page. Then go to test it. So it took a couple times to test it to make sure that that pixel did fire, but it did fire, so that's good. Then we could close this page, go back to our conversions and see. Now trust conversion right here, trust attorneys conversions. Now it says no recent conversions. It doesn't say troubleshoot anymore. So that's a good sign. Our conversion pixel, our conversion code is set up, and our ads, let's take a look at our ads. It's still checking for errors, taking forever. Let's see if we could go over here to take a look at our ad. Because basically once that ad is saved, then to go into the ad, we want to go to campaigns. And then it's still going, it's still in finishing, it's still working on it. So for the sake of it, I'm just going to click on another ad. Let's just use this one for example. So you would click on the ad, and then you want to go to settings, because remember we left it off as like conversions. We need to change it to max CP or manual CPC. So from settings, go to bidding, change bid strategy, and then now you unlock that hidden menu where now you could choose max CPC. So I'm gonna, or manual CPC, manual cost per click. So I'm gonna choose manual cost per click, click save. Then I could go to my ad group. And then here's a little column where you could put default max CPC. So I could set a $7 max CPC or whatever the max CPC for your keywords are. Again, roughly do the average, or it's like whatever. You can also enough so that you get enough good quality clicks for your budget too. This is where it's kind of always varies depending on the keywords, the competitiveness, and so forth. But anyway, since we're here, let's look at how we could review a keyword. Like, let's say that's pretty much it. So you got the conversions, it's enabled, just turn it on here, and now that Google ad will be running. Let's say it's been a couple days or at least a week, you've got some data in there. What do you do to review the Google ad to optimize it, to check it out? A couple places I go to just check is one, going to the ad group, and then sorting your report so you could check it out here. So you can see basically in this ad group for this keyword group, I got 160 impressions, 8 of them were clicks. That's a 5% click-through rate. I'm looking for anything above 5 to 10% would be great. Average cost per click, just whatever is affordable for your budget. And I can see the cost here. And then conversion, there'll be a column for conversion once those start going through. So that's just checking it out there. Under insights and reports, you want to go to search terms so you can see what are people typing that's triggering your keywords. So what search terms are actually what people are typing into Google. And what always, also pro tip, is doing the dates, as because this doesn't automatically set the date, so you'll be like, why is there no data? Always check the date filters. That's number one thing that always got me. Hey, show me some data. We'll do last 30 days. There we go, got some data. First thing I always want to sort is by clicks. That's just for me. And then I can see impressions. I could do impressions and then see by clicks. But when people type in the keywords digital marketing, website design, digital marketing, this is an old campaign because technically these are split out. Oh yeah, two different ad groups. See how they're split out? Website design gets these two keywords, and then add another one, marketing agency, gets these two keywords. That's why you want to separate the keywords into themes and then into separate ad groups. Here I can see impressions, clicks, the click-through rate, the average cost per click, how much it's costing me. When I get conversions, this will show here so that you're monitoring here. To make basically what you're looking for, search terms, there's no search terms that are like really out there that you're like, no, I don't want to trigger based on that. If you find words, let's say like creation, I'm like, nah, I don't want my keywords to trigger it. You can add a column called keyword right here, and then you can see the keywords. So I have the keyword best website makers, and then it triggered for when someone typed in website creation services. What if I'm like, nah, creation services? I don't like that. I don't want that I don't want to be triggering. So you can go on the left hand side, go to keywords, then go down to negative keywords, and here's where you can add negative keywords. I'm going to click add, and then I would add creation. Then you can have it go just for the campaign or a specific ad group. Yeah, marketing agency, say that. So then when you save it, click save, then you can see all these other keywords, email, creation, for, free, email, that if it has those words, it will not trigger your Google ad. It will not show an impression to that ad. Let's see what else down here. Mostly going to look at also location. When you click on location, if it's the United States right here and you target the whole US, you could click on it and you'll get this pop-up. And then you could choose like regions or cities, and then you could really narrow it down by zip codes and stuff like that. But here we're already breaking it down by county, so it's already pretty granular. So you can see here which clicks are you getting and how much it's costing you for different locations. You may find some states or zip codes are more expensive or cheaper than others, so you could track that here. And then lastly, showing device. If you want to see what device, let's go insight reports, where and when, and then going to devices Here you can see what devices. Let's say I don't want this ad to run on tablets like this, for example. It would show up and bid adjustment would be black or blank. So you can see you're bidding on computers when they search for it on their mobile phones or if they search for tablets. But if you're like, I don't want it to show up on tablets or I want it to show up on just mobile phones, you can change this option like tablets, I don't want it to show. So I'm going to click on the pencil icon, click decrease, and do 100%. That way this ad will not show on tablets. And you would do vice versa if you want to do also computers, so it only shows on mobile phones, for example. So that's keywords there. Then if you want to see like what in your ad, let's go to ads. You can see the ads right here. Let's say you want to see what keywords, headlines, descriptions are having a good combination. In here, go to view asset details. Let me choose one that has data. Yeah, this has data. So view asset details. Then you can see if you scroll down here, here's all those headlines and descriptions right here. And then you can sort by which ones get the most impressions. So, of course, you want to get a lot of data to go through, especially don't take any actions unless you get at least like 10 clicks. Clicks, not impressions, but clicks as like using this data point to make decisions. But you can see a whole report here of all the keywords and that there. You can also choose the combination tab. So you can see a different how the ads are being combined. So you're like, yeah, digital marketing prices and prices packages. That's what people are going for. Great, 16. That's the most one. Next one down, it would be this combination. Then you can see those call outs. So here you can see all the different variations and which ones are most served versus least, the combination that's least served. Let's go to audiences on the left-hand side. Here you could be granular. So the audience segments, you can, once you toggle those affinities, or you could click here, edit audience segments. Let's do it for campaign. Here's where you can select. Remember, you can select college educated, interested in whatever business, or so these are all the ones that you selected here. Once you start getting data, then you can start going here to show table. And then you can start seeing, oh, audience segment, the techno people, or not techno people, people interested in technology, or business education or sales and marketing. You can see, are those types of people giving me impressions and not clicks, or clicks and not impression, or clicks and not conversions? So you'll get some data there to learn more about your audience. Age and gender, household income is also here, and you could also edit to say, I want to edit for this campaign. And you know what? I only want to show to male, or I want to show just to female. You can toggle your selection there. You can also toggle which age group, it's not exact, but it's close enough, which age group that is most likely going to buy your demographic. Let's say it's 25 to 34, 25 to 44, say for example, or you could just also always click unknown. And then household income, are they in the top 10% or in the lower 41 to 50%, something like that. So that's gender and age and demographics. Yes, discard. Cool. So you can filter that there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty much everything about Google Ads, from selecting the keywords to building the Google ad to adding the conversion, to even editing and looking at some of the metrics after, so that you're monitoring it, adding negative keywords and seeing which ones convert better. That's it for Google Ads. So if you're a local business, that is how you build Google Ads for your business so you could drive high quality leads and turn clicks into sales. And then if you're interested and you're like, that's way too complex, we do everything for you. Global Builders Club. You can click the link in the bio and get in contact with us. And we'll build out a digital marketing campaign, landing page. We'll build out the Google ad and set up your CRM so you get phone notifications. Really cool things. So if you're also interested in having us build the Google ads for you, you can click the link in the bio. Hope you guys learned something new. Digital Marketing Class 101. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.